Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Degenerates, the Nosebleeds podcast with your host, Lawrence Walendowski and Marshall Bears. Today, we got a big NBA episode, huge NBA episode because of the start of the season. That started out last night?
Yeah, last night it
Okay.
started off with 2 games last night.
Yeah, and then we got, we'll run down our predictions. But first, we got to talk about this madman that's on the screen right now, if you guys are watching on YouTube. Ben Simmons. So basically, Marshall, he got kicked out of practice, I heard, from Doc Rivers.
That is correct for not being there mentally,
Jeez.
not willing to participate all the way, just kind of slacking off. So they
See,
would
I
always
heard.
be out of practice.
Right. I heard he was, what was it? They asked him to do a drill or something, and he said no. And then Doc was just like, okay, well then, get out of here.
I think it was a defensive drill, and Simmons is like, I don't want to do a defensive drill.
Why
You know, it'd
not?
been more funny. It'd have been more funny if he said no to a shooting drill.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah,
Oh my
how many
god,
threes, how many career threes does Ben Simmons have?
not many at
Like, can you
all.
count them on two hands?
I'd probably say it's under 20 with probably over 100 plus shot.
Jeez. That's
You know what I
bad.
mean? Yeah, it's just not pretty at all. Everyone knows Ben Simmons can't shoot, but yeah, the saga continues and it looks like it's really going to screw over the 76ers more than ever
Yeah,
right
and
now.
Embiid is now in on it too. Embiid was, what did he say? He said that he doesn't
I
matter.
don't It doesn't matter. I don't want to be dealing with the drama, but the big thing he kept repeating is I don't want to babysit Ben Simmons.
Right, and he shouldn't have to. They're
No.
both grown men.
Embiid's coming off an MVP caliber season,
Right.
just missing out, and he's dealing with all this drama to start. It seems like a mess in the making of pushing Embiid out of town, which is the last thing Philadelphia wants to have happen.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. If you would take a poll from Philly sports fans of who they'd rather have is Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, I feel like it would be 99% Joel Embiid over Ben Simmons. So
Yeah,
they
no,
got to right the ship quick, I think, and they got to I don't know, they got to get Ben Simmons out of there, is my opinion.
no, they should have done it a long time ago. It's kind of backfired on both, but in my opinion, I feel like Ben Simmons should have approached this the way Jimmy Butler did when he wanted out of Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, because he went to practice and just killed everyone in practice. You know what I mean? You remember that? He
I
took the
do.
third string team and beat the starters and kept calling the starters soft the whole time.
Which, interesting enough, didn't he get traded? He got traded to Philly, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the funny,
That is
ironic
so
part.
funny. Yeah, and
That's
then
also probably why Jimmy said, "Nah, I don't want to deal with this," because he knew Ben was going to be a little soft too.
oh yeah, and that's one thing
Crazy.
Jimmy Buckets ain't. He's not soft, not at all.
Old man.
Oh,
You know, this guy drives a minivan with a baby on board sticker.
who? Ben Simmons?
No, Jimmy Butler.
Why?
It's I don't know why. It's just Jimmy Butler being Jimmy Butler, dude.
Yeah, he does. That's confusing. Why? That makes
It's
I don't
so.
understand. Jimmy
But yeah,
Butler's a character,
anyway.
man. I love him. I loved him when he was
Oh,
on the
Jimmy.
Bulls.
Oh yeah, it's hard to like Jimmy Butler, and it's pretty hard to like Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I was
I
trying to
just
like just
don't.
look at his angle and like what's wrong, but I just can't. Like
I
I
just
can't see it from his side.
I understand wanting out. I don't understand not practicing and wanting
Yes.
to play.
Yeah.
Like he should still be there trying to better himself and like look good, you know.
Right.
Not
Exactly.
because whoever team he goes to, they're gonna get asked the same questions.
Yeah. And I can
Like,
see.
how long before Ben Simmons gives up on this team now?
Right, but I mean that's a narrative you see a lot with troubled players like this, and he just wants out. But like I agree with you. He's just doing it in a completely wrong way of approaching it.
I don't know. It's just I feel like he's seen everyone else in the NBA recently. Big name stars kind of declare, "Hey, I want out," this or that, and
Yeah.
he's thinking he's capable of doing the same thing, but upping it to another level. Which I don't think he's that type of star to do that.
No. 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 Especially when you can't hit threes and Can't make
Yeah,
free
I don't
throws.
know. Maybe one day he'll be able to hit a shot.
Hopefully, we all hope and pray.
We'll hope and
Let us
pray.
let
That's
us
the
bow
main
our
thing.
heads and let's have a silent, a moment of silence and hope that Ben Simmons can shoot a 3-pointer.
Yeah, good moment of silence
Great
there.
moment of
I can't
silence.
hold it. I can't hold it.
Oh, I was gonna go a little bit longer. Let's
I
go
can't.
into
We're having a moment of silence for a guy who's making what is it like 30 million a year to
yeah,
not shoot.
that
I
happens.
can't hold a
We
moment of
all struggle.
silence.
We're all men, you know. We're all people.
Yep.
Um, so let's go into last night. How did the games go, Marsh? I'm not gonna lie, I was watching
We'll
postseason
start off
baseball.
with the. Well, I'll start off with the first NBA game.
Yeah.
What's it called? It was between the Nets and the Bucks.
hmm
The Nets looked really sloppy outside of Durant.
Is that
Harden
all
looked
Kyrie?
okay, but Kyrie not being there seemed to really hurt the team,
Really?
and they just didn't look deep at all. The only person on their bench who did anything was Patty Mills. Everyone else on the team kind of just looked like, what am I supposed to do right now? Well, the
hmm
Bucks just had a team efforted win that just outplayed them all around. I feel like besides Durant being Durant and fantastic.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling the Nets might waste Durant's talent again for the second year in a row come postseason time.
Right.
But it's night one, so you can't put all your eggs into that basket.
Exactly. Um,
With
what
that
about
being said,
yeah the Warriors?
the other the Warriors and Lakers was more interesting of the two games because
They're back.
similar to the Nets, Lakers only had Davis and LeBron do everything for them.
Right. They
Well,
have.
at the same time, the Warriors kind of didn't look superb, but were just had a better team than the Lakers. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
You're not that high on the Lakers this year, are you?
No, did you see Russell Westbrook's stat line?
No, I haven't yet. Is it bad?
Oh my God! It's I'm gonna say this right here, right now. I've said it all off season. I don't think the Russell Westbrook experiment's gonna work.
Oh no.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
get how this man's plus minus was at -23
No. No. Last night.
last night. He finished the game negative. The team was 23 points worse when he was on the floor.
That is terrible.
That is horrific for someone playing that big of minutes. He missed every single 3-point shot he took. Like
Yeah.
he had 4 turnovers, I think. It is just bad. I I feel like they gotta be regretting not going for Buddy Hield and going for Westbrook instead.
Oh yeah.
There's no way you want.
Where's Buddy Healed at now?
Well, he stayed in Sacramento, but
Oh
that
okay.
deal they were rumoring they were going for Hield or Westbrook, and they went with Westbrook.
Yeah, I would have went Healed too.
Yeah, it's
That's
just crazy.
yeah. I
Oh
don't.
man.
Yeah, that he doesn't fit. I don't understand why they did that. That doesn't make him move. But what about Steph Curry, man? First triple double since 2016.
Well, the thing is, he did. I want to say this. I don't. Steph offensively didn't look fantastic. He looked okay. Let's put it this way: Steph looked good, but not the best version of Steph.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing. He put up a triple double in a game where I thought, oh, this is a little below par. Besides his assist and like rebounding,
Yeah.
he looked good every other part of his game. But I feel like his offense could still go develop even further, which makes me think, okay, if he's consistently at that level already at the
hmm
beginning of the season, the Warriors will make it to the playoffs this year and probably won't have to suffer with a play-in game.
Right. Yeah. That's a thing now. Playing games.
Yeah,
That's
they got
for sure
play-in games
happening.
in India. Yeah, for sure.
So what? Like 10 teams make it now?
Yeah, 10 teams make it the 9 and 10 play-in and the 7 and 8 play-in.
Okay. Well then, all
Yeah,
right.
it's kind of messy, but yeah. All right, that's the NBA summed up for short.
Right. Well, let's get into the predictions for the NBA season. Who do we have winning the MVP? And I know you hate the
Oh,
MVP reward because you think it should include playoffs, but it is the regular season MVP.
that's the tough part because it's regular season and it's garbage. But I don't know. Part of me wants to say Giannis, but I feel like he's won it too many times. And you know how the NBA's MVP is kind of like a political award where they kind of hand it around and don't like to keep it in someone's hands.
Right. Yeah. which is baloney.
Uh, so I don't know. I feel like they're looking to give it to someone newer. I just I'll make this statement: Jokic isn't going to repeat.
No, he's not going to repeat.
I'm positive of that. There's no shot of repeating for Jokic. Jokic can produce the same exact numbers he did, and he won't win it again. It's just the NBA and its MVP system is just
Yeah.
flawed, like out the wazoo.
I'm going to go out on
Who
a
do you
limb
got?
here. I got to go out on a limb here. And that's because I'm going to relate this back to the NFL and football. There's one man right now, Mr. Tom Brady. He's old, and he's probably a clear-cut MVP favorite. You can have an argument that has Brady winning the MVP. So I'm going with, you said you a newer face, but not really a newer face, an older face, but newer in the most recent years because he hasn't won an MVP recently. I'm going LeBron James from the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's uh the
Let's go.
only rebuttal I have about that is I don't know how many games he'll play.
That's right. I
Like,
completely forgot about the
you
whole
know he's gonna
load
take
management
certain
thing.
load management thing for including playoffs in this MVP thing. I
Yeah.
think yeah, you can make a case,
Yeah, and
but
who knows? He might have to stop middle of the season and go film Space Jam 3. So, you never know.
yes, I think LeBron James, an MVP caliber player, will stop mid-season to
Go film
film
Space Jam
another
3.
crappy movie.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I can
watch
see
Space
happening.
Jam too?
No, I did not see Space Jam 2. Did you?
Don't.
You watched it?
Yeah, don't. I had to. I loved Space Jam so much as a kid. You know what I mean? With Jordan, I had to do it,
I couldn't.
and
I
oh
couldn't.
man, I'm disappointed I
I was gonna
did.
say it's a you know
It
it disrespects the first one.
it's disrespect to the first one, and I'm gonna be honest. I love LeBron James as a basketball player. I think he's a good dude,
Yeah.
but he is not a good actor.
No. No, he needs to
Anything
stick to
he
the
says
basketball.
just seems he just seems very artificial in everything he says and does. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just
He's a
I don't
big
know.
meathead.
He doesn't mean it. It's a tough job to do, and I don't know, casting it. I don't know, just it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah. All
Most of
right.
the jokes didn't land either. So
Yeah. Now this is gonna be a tough one because I don't really know any. Rookie of the year,
rookie of the year, I think it's gonna be Green out of Houston.
Green out of Houston from the
He'll,
Rockets.
he'll play a fair amount, yeah, for the Rockets. He'll play a fair amount. Now I know a lot of people are high on Cade Cunningham as well to do it.
Yeah.
The guy out of Oklahoma State was taken #1 overall, but I feel like Green's gonna have more of a shine. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
going to be similar to this last year, how I feel like Anthony Edwards was better than LaMelo Ball, but LaMelo Ball had more moments to shine, so LaMelo Ball won it.
Exactly.
One of those things.
Who did the Bulls draft?
Who did the Bulls draft? They drafted. I'm spacing it out. Oh man, Lawrence, you're putting me on the spot. Give me a minute to think about it. 'Cause
What
they
was it? The
draft.
20? Was it the 2021 NBA draft?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't. I know they took like Desunmo. You know what I mean? The guy from Illinois. Remember him?
Oh yeah, I do actually. I watched
Yeah,
him in the
I think
tournament.
he'll be a solid, player. But I don't think they took anyone else where I was just like,
Jeez, when did they pick?
wow. Because they kind of a lot of their team now is for the Bulls. If we're talking about the Bulls, is all the vets they kind of traded for in the offseason and went crazy with free agency.
I didn't think they had a first round pick, Marsh.
Oh, I'm assuming it must have been like early second round. Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
yeah,
me.
Don Sumo in the 38th
Yeah,
overall. Uh
yeah.
yeah, I was
He'll
gonna
be
say I was gonna say him,
solid.
but give me. Oh, I know this guy. Give me Jalen Suggs.
You think Jalen's? They could.
Yeah,
The
give me
only
Jalen
worry
Suggs.
I have about Jalen Suggs, they got a lot of point guards in
Orlando.
Orlando. They already have Hampton and freaking Anthony and all those guys. I think Suggs should have the right to, play all those big minutes and stuff like that. I'm just worried they're not gonna give him the proper minutes or chance. And I'm sorry. Year after year, I think someone's solid, and then they get drafted by Orlando, and they never develop in Orlando.
Uh,
Name a player that has got developed in Orlando. It started to look better in Orlando in the
I
last
can't.
15
I
years.
can't think, man.
Besides Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that's like the only one. I was gonna say. I mean, you did Oladipo have some shining moments on the Magic?
Little, but he didn't really break out until Indiana, obviously.
Right. And
So I'm going to count that as Indiana and Oklahoma City developing him and
right.
Orlando kind of wasting his talent for years.
What about that? What about that? Jonathan Isaac guy. He's still there, right?
Yeah, he's always there. He's a great defensive player, but there's this little thing called the offensive side of the ball, which is a little confusing for him.
It's confusing for a lot of players. I just asked Ben Simmons.
It just has Ben Simmons.
It's not a. It's
Well,
not a hard. I mean, it's not an easy concept.
no, but Isaac's a humbled guy, it seems like. Isaac's one of those guys like I'll root for because I've heard a lot of things like he's a really good person and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Simmons seems just a little arrogant and not knowing where he's truly at.
Oh yeah. Who we? What's the? We got six man of the year. I got one of them. I actually got a player.
All right, let me hear you.
I got Derrick Rose.
Ooh, that's actually
Give me
not a
Derrick
bad
Rose.
shot. I could honestly almost back a Derrick Rose
Let's
this
go.
year. Screw it. I'll back you because I'm
Let's
drawing a blank
go.
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But the Knicks would be solid enough. I feel like the sixth man of the year always goes to a team that's in the playoffs,
Oh yeah.
and I think they'll be in the middle of the pack for the playoffs, and he'll put up some good numbers coming off the bench as a six-man type.
Right.
That's a good shot, Lawrence.
Thanks, man. I just had to do it. Classic
Yeah,
kid from Chicago. Chicago Bulls guy.
yeah.
Loved him. He got me
Oh,
into
definitely.
basketball.
I haven't heard one Chicago Bulls fan still not love Derrick Rose.
Love him.
Like
Wish he could
it's
come
hard.
back. Take him back in a
Who
heartbeat.
knows?
I'll give him Lonzo for him.
I feel like he's gonna be one of those guys where his final year of his career is gonna be in Chicago
Right.
on like at league minimum,
Yeah.
and
Hopefully.
he's
I
gonna
really
be
hope
riding
so.
it out. I
He
really hope
deserves
so
it.
too for him. He deserves it more than anybody. I feel like.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's go. I'm gonna rattle off some teams. Let's just go. Wait. Let's go by each team in the Eastern Conference. We'll see. We'll both decide if they'll make the playoffs or not. Obviously, we got to pick 10 teams.
Uh, well, 10 teams, yeah, but we'll figure it out one by one and just give
Right.
realistic expectations.
Right. Okay. Well, the Bucks. I mean, we don't even got to go over them. They're gonna make it.
Title favorites,
Yeah. Title
almost.
favorites. So we might as well. The Bucks are making it. The Nets are probably gonna make it. No matter just because of the little thing that's going on now. I think they get past it. They'll make the
Oh
playoffs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, give me the Sixers.
You think the Sixers still make it? Yeah.
Yeah, I still
Beetle
do. Give
Pearson.
me the Knicks.
Give you the Knicks. Can I tell you the next team that's definitely
Go
gonna
ahead.
make it? Atlanta.
Really?
They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals this last year.
They did, but I didn't know if that was just like a big fluke thing. They got hot
I
when they
don't
needed
think
to
it's
get
a
hot,
fluke.
and then just
We're talking about making the playoffs. I don't think they make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
good point. There is 10 teams who make it, so
Yes, exactly. Atlanta's gonna make it, but get knocked out round one or two.
well, then
Just
give me the Bulls.
actually, I feel like they will make it, but I feel like they're gonna really disappoint in the playoffs somehow, some
Yeah,
way.
I agree. They'll let us down. They always do.
They'll let you down. They'll come in at like a six seed
Hmm.
and compete round one, but like drop the series in six or something like that.
Heat. You see the Heat
Heat
making
Heat'll make it. It's just hard to tell which
it. So
Heat
now
we
there's
get.
8 teams. We got 8 teams now.
Do we get
Now I'm getting worried.
Do we have the bubble Heat or do we have last year's Miami Heat?
Right.
That's the big debate. The Heat can go anywhere from like a four seed all the way down to the 10 and play-in.
Exactly. Did we say
Uh,
Toronto?
Toronto's not making the playoffs. Toronto has basically thrown in the towel already. I'm surprised they haven't traded away Siakam yet or anything
Oh,
and just
okay.
try to
Well,
go
never mind.
full
Toronto's not
rebuild.
making the playoffs. What about them Wizards?
Boston will make it. Wizards?
Wizards.
Wizards will
Wizards. Yeah, I
Wizards will
agree.
be a
Boston will
play-in
make it though.
team.
They'll be playing
Wizards will
team.
be a play-in team, I feel like. They're gonna
Boston will
be
make it.
better with the additions.
I'm pretty sure that's 9. I'm pretty sure that's either 9 or 10. I think that's 10 actually.
All right, so then what? We have Cleveland missing out, which no one's really
Yeah,
surprised by.
Cleveland's out. Indiana, Detroit,
Detroit, Indiana, I feel like is gonna make it as a play-in 10.
maybe Orlando, Charlotte. We left Charlotte off, and that's it.
Charlotte might make it. Charlotte might make it. Knock another team with surprising because they made it. They did the play-in last year.
Right, and
It's just
they
the
could.
big thing is right now. It's beginning of the season predictions, and all it takes is one injury, and a team's completely screwed up.
Right.
That's
All
all it
right.
takes.
What about that Western Conference? Who's making it?
We want to talk who we think's gonna win it all out of the Western Conference.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess we could.
Well, you got your MVP LeBron James. How far do you think the Lakers go?
Uh,
Ooh,
um,
silence.
see, here's the thing. You know what? Actually, I think they make it solely on the fact that they have a lot of old people on the team, and it's a scientific fact that the playoffs are during the summer and it's getting warm, and it's gonna be the warm heat will be nice and on their joints, and they'll get nice and loose again, and then because they're all old, and then they'll just make it to the NBA Finals.
Okay.
That's my whole I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna suck during the winter time. They're all they're just gonna be cold
Back
and
a mid-season tour
grumpy.
push.
But they'll make a push towards like April, and once that spring and hot weather starts coming,
Do you see what
watch out.
You see what Charles Barkley said about the Lakers the other day?
What'd he say?
Well, first of all, he nicknamed Anthony Davis Street Clothes because he usually appears in street clothes and not in uniform.
That's perfect.
Which is perfect. It makes sense. The Lakers rely a lot on him if he's healthy or not, how far they go.
Yeah,
But the other thing is he 3 times he called the Lakers bench old geezers.
old geezers. He's an
Yes.
old geezer. He has no room to talk.
I know, but I find it funny though because it is true. Their team is
They're old.
really old compared
It
to the
looks like a
average.
retirement home. Like this, I would not be surprised if any player on that team, that is like the whole team, just came out next year and said, "You know what? I'm retiring."
You could look at that whole bench and you could literally almost see anyone, almost besides like 2 or 3 guys, where you'd be like, okay, if they retired next year,
I
you'd be
wouldn't
like,
be
yeah, no, don't.
surprised.
No, no surprises at all. It's crazy.
So the Lakers. Yeah, I like that fact on them making it. I like the Suns. I do.
The Suns are still good
What
too.
about what about Utah? What about Utah?
Okay, Utah's gonna do what they did last year.
Break fans'
Great
hearts
regular,
over and over.
great regular season success over and over. Postseason comes around, a second round knockout.
What about the team that beat the Lakers last night? What about the Warriors? They could make it.
They can make it. I think they'll make it. They could make a splash if in like upset a team. Say they like
Right.
meet Utah early on
Mm-hmm.
in like the first round just because of seeding. Golden State can easily take some down. And a big thing to keep an eye on with Golden State is they have room and stuff and capabilities to trade, like
Right.
make a big addition at the trade deadline.
Exactly.
So their team could get way better than it currently is, in my opinion.
Right.
That's a team that's definitely buying, and you got to be aware of if they make a big move mid-season.
Mm. What we
Uh,
got?
are gonna be.
What's that?
I feel like the Clippers.
Oh, the Clippers.
I don't. Yeah, the Clippers. I don't know if this is the year they finally get over their postseason hiccups, but
Right. Yeah. Hopefully it is. I would like to see them go. They got a
I'd
brand
like
new
it, something
stadium coming. What, next season or is it 2 years?
like that. It's about stinking time. You know how weird that's gonna be to be playing in like the Lakers stadium.
It's knowing
And
the fact that you're about to get a new one.
oh yeah, and all around outside you see these big old statues of Lakers legends and things
Yeah, and
like
then
that. It's just like,
do
oh
they
yeah,
do
it's
they
a,
have a Clipper legend out there?
there's no way. Can you okay, Florence? Can you name a Clipper legend?
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
You know what's sad? Blake Griffin and Chris Paul could arguably be the 2 greatest Clippers players of all
Oh
time.
yeah, dude, and DeAndre Jordan. Don't forget him.
Oh, yeah, don't forget DeAndre Jordan. But Sadly, that could arguably be like your three greatest players of all time.
Oh yeah, Lob City.
It's it's a Can we get a moment of silence for
Moment of
Lob
silence for
City?
Lob City.
They were so fun to watch back in the day,
That's
though.
not fair. That's not fair. You broke up. I feel like Ben Simmons' moment of silence was a lot longer than Lob City's moment
It
of
was.
silence, and
That was not my
it needed to be Lob City's deserved to be
longer.
longer.
It needed that. They deserved longer. I just couldn't help myself.
Right.
Uh, Lob City was a great team. It's just the problem is they had like only one shooter in JJ Redick.
Oh man, hey. Moment of silence for JJ
No,
Redick. I'm not actually doing it in silence again, but yeah, but he has retired.
it, he's retired. It's a little sad, but not surprised considering his age.
Right.
Not everyone is LeBron James.
So who's making it out of the East? I'm going as my final prediction for the West. I'm gonna go Warriors. I'm gonna go Warriors. I think they do. I think they're back.
Warriors back, yeah. We'll see how far Doncic can carry Dallas. It
I completely forgot
won't be
about
far
that.
enough. It won't be far enough, but they'll be there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Those are your contending teams, though. Really, outside of that, everyone's kind of miss out and not make a big impact all the way.
All right. Who's making it out of the East? We never really set a team there.
Who's gonna? I still think it's the Bucks.
Yeah.
I, I know it's the boring, simple answer, but it's the boring, simple answer for a reason.
Yeah.
They're just talented.
Mm, go Bulls.
Bulls are lucky to win round one.
I got a
Bulls
Bulls Warriors NBA Finals.
Bulls Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
No. I feel like the Clippers finally get over their struggles and meet the Bucks in the finals.
That'd be nice. I would like to watch that. And I got the Bulls winning it all this year. You know, we're back, baby.
Yeah, okay. I got the Bucks doing it. No, okay. Okay.
Well, moving on. That's jeez. We talked a lot about NBA. Let's get into the MLB postseason again. Let's get into it. We got some nasty games that happened last night. I don't know what was it. Was it game 3, game 4 for the Dodgers Braves? It was game 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
game 3 for the Dodgers and Braves, and then game 4 for the Red Sox and Astros. Both saw crazy eighth innings. I guess the Red Sox and Astros game, the ninth inning was a lot crazier than the eighth. But if you guys didn't see what happened, Bellinger hit a 3-run bomb, and the Dodgers Braves tied up at 5 in the eighth inning with 1 out. And then they scored another one from Mookie, getting a double, bringing in the runner. So it made it 6-5, and the Dodgers won. So they came back there. Then Jose Altuve in the Red Sox and Astros game hits a home run and ties it up 2-2 in the eighth. And then Laz Diaz was the home plate umpire, completely misses a strike call that should have got the Red Sox out of the ninth inning and should have, at still tied. And then that ump blew the call, which he blew multiple calls, Marshall.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Big whoop. Hey, Lawrence,
Yeah.
I need to take a pause real quick, okay? I'm sorry.
So the ump was just terrible in that game. Just missed the call on the strike that led to the Astros scoring 7 runs in that ninth inning and making it 9-2, and they ended up winning it that one. By that score. So Marshall, what do you have to say, man? Is Laz Diaz should he be fired, or should he just be like
I don't think
reprimanded?
he should. Well, reprimanded. Firing's kind of tough, but also at the same time, there's umps out there like Angel Hernandez still in the league, so
That's
we know he's not going to get fired or anything's going to happen to him. If Angel's in the league, yes, it's fine.
my
Nothing's
favorite.
gonna happen.
My favorite Angel Hernandez story was when Angel Hernandez was umping a 90s game for the Cubs, and he missed a call, and the seventh inning stretch singer of the day said boo Angel Hernandez or something at the end because of how bad of calls he was making, and Angel Hernandez tried to kick him out,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just wanted you to tell the story for those who don't know because it was so funny. There's a YouTube video of Angel Hernandez blankly
You
staring into
have
the
to.
camera as he calls him out, and it
Yes.
is the most funny thing in the
Do you
entire
guys,
world.
if you guys have never seen that video, do yourself a favor and watch that because it is hilarious.
No, watch. There's a highlight video, or aka a low light video, of all of Angel Hernandez's mistakes on
Oh,
YouTube. Please check it out.
I
It
would
is
have a
the
headache.
saddest. It's the saddest thing in the world. It really is.
I think I'll have a headache by it.
It's easy to get a headache with anything Angel, but yeah, Diaz screwed up last night pretty good.
Yeah,
It's just unfortunate timing, which unfortunate. You know I'm going for the Red Sox over the Astros.
yeah,
It's hard to root for trash can lovers. It's just this.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm about to bring up a question. I'm pulling up the ump's name.
Okay, go. I'm curious to see the question that arises from that horrible night of umping, but we'll see how tonight's game goes. You never know. It's a good series though so far, which is you know fun. We both predicted that the Astros Red Sox series is going to be entertaining.
All right, here's my question: which blown call was worst? Laz Diaz's strike call last night, or Jim Joyce's safe call on Armando Galarraga's perfect game?
The answer, it's the safe call in the perfect game. Why did you even ask that? That is one of the worst calls in the history because it takes away the perfect game.
Oh, yeah, that was who.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Most of the reason why we have why we have reviews now and replay reviews is because of that game.
I'm glad it was needed. I'm just waiting for when they finally introduce the what
The
AI
robot
ump.
umps.
Yeah, the robot umps.
They're gonna mess
Oh
up too.
no, how?
Robots aren't perfect.
Yeah, but I think they'll be the strike call percentage and ball percentage will
No,
be like
listen,
way more
I
accurate than
know
the
they're gonna be
live
way more
ball.
accurate, but now with the MLB, they're not. It's gonna be cheap stuff. They're gonna, there's gonna be delays because their internet service is gonna be out or they forgot to pay the electric bill, and there's gonna, it's just the robot will die mid game. We're gonna have delays, man.
Weren't
I'm
they
not looking
testing it
forward
out in
to
the
it.
minors? They were testing it out in the minors, so if they're doing
How'd
it
it
at
go?
that level, they could easily, from what I heard, well, they just have an ump behind the plate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just gets relayed the call and he makes the signal.
How demeaning.
Yeah, you say that, but there is a guy there who just getting paid to do that, so
That
good
is
for
true.
him.
Yeah. Could
And
you
if the
imagine
system
what
goes
is?
down, he can start calling strikes and balls, you know what I mean?
I need a hothead who disagrees with the robot. Who just like the strike like it's a strike and he
You
goes,
know
you know
who?
what? That was actually
Okay,
probably
out of any,
outside.
out of anyone in the MLB, who do you think that guy would be?
Angel Hernandez.
No, 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 no.
Without a doubt.
The player that would no, the player that would complain if the
Oh,
AI.
oh, true player.
I think it would be Carlos Correa. It just gives me that vibe
Carlos Correa. Yes, actually, yeah, I go Carlos Correa too. That's a good
because
one.
I feel like there'd be a like a strike call that's on the edge, and he just start arguing, and the guy's gonna be like, "Dude, the computer called it. You know it's
Right.
right."
Exactly. So what about let's dig into the Dodgers and Braves game a little bit more actually. So how about how old Charlie Morton on the mound who looked dead in the first inning and then just completely rolled the rest of his outing.
I think that's just the veteran experience kind of taking over there. He's been in bigger moments in the past. He's always a solid pitcher.
Oh yeah.
I'm always impressed by a pitcher who gets shelled early, calms down, and just starts to deal afterwards. It's very rare to see.
Absolutely.
Like that's what the Yankees needed out of Garrett Cole, but he couldn't calm down. Well,
Yeah.
it's just it's crazy to think because you're gonna have playoff experiences on every team throughout a playoff championship run
Mm-hmm.
where the starting pitcher's gonna stink the first inning or something, but you
Right.
need to bounce quickly back after that. And many don't, and it ends up costing them. But the ones that do end up going very far.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even Bueller got bounced early.
He did, and
And
I feel
Bueller,
like your leash, especially when you're down 2 games, is going to be a lot tighter
yeah,
for the
rightfully
Dodgers and
so.
Bueller.
But the thing is, at least Bueller didn't go a lot of innings, so if you need him to go again for something, you can.
Right. And speaking of the
That's
speaking of the Braves and everything like that, do you think they, are they gonna are they gonna pull it out, or like are we gonna see another choke
no,
here?
no. The only way I thought the Braves would have pulled it out if they went up 3-0 last night.
Oh yeah, it's over. Like
I, I,
I
I I still think the Dodgers do it.
yeah,
I still do. I feel like the Braves can win the next game, and I'm still tempted to say the Dodgers are gonna pull it out.
they'll be up three
It's just
one.
too much talent, man.
We know that series is a curse. That series lead is a curse. Whatever you do not go up 3-1.
It's, even though statistically, most of the times the teams that go up 3-1 win way
Nope.
more.
Curse. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's better to
you
be.
you will lose 3 straight games. Okay, it will happen.
Okay, bud. Sure. No, I think the Dodgers pull it out. They just too much firepower, too much. The pitching's way better.
Yeah, I
That's why I've been impressed. The Braves have been able to produce enough offense to make up for pitching so far in the series.
yeah,
I just the more games go on, I feel like pitching becomes more important because arms
absolutely.
get more and more tired, and
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Braves' arms tired are nowhere near compared to the Dodgers' arms tired.
Right. We'll see. I mean, I think the Braves tonight in Game 4 are probably. I think they're doing a bullpen game. I think they are having someone start out in the bull, like have an opener and then go to one of their starters. If I believe.
Yeah, that's kind of the strategy I see a lot though with like the Dodgers. Kind of, you saw the Dodgers done that several times with like
Knable.
Knable
Yeah.
would start
Knable
off,
started Game
and
1.
then yeah. Like, what's your thoughts on that? The opener versus a closer.
I think it's fantastic.
It's
Why not? You got a pitcher coming in for probably only hopefully face the lineup one time. You get them to face the lineup through one time, then you bring in your starter who's going to go from the second or third inning all the way to you get him to the sixth. He starts being refreshed. You can use him more often in the postseason. Use him out of the pen, hopefully, if you need to for the next in the next 2 games.
oh yeah,
I
and
think it's a fantastic idea. I feel like a lot of teams should shift more towards that opener idea because I love the strategy to it.
I just feel it's yin and yang. You know what I mean? You kind of choose how and when you want to use it.
Exactly, and you have to have
Very
you have to trust your bullpen guy that you have starting like big time.
yeah, you have to really trust him. And the thing is, sometimes you got to trust too, because you've seen with the Dodgers, they'll do like Knebel, and then they'll go to someone else, and then like Julio Arias.
Yeah, exactly, and then that's
So
the issue with that opener too. Is like let's say he does give up 2 or 3 runs, then you're kind of like okay, now you just have your starter in a bad spot. Instead of having him starting a game 0-0, he's coming in and he's already down 3 runs. So
it's a tough thing if that starter has never done it all regular season. In my opinion, if the starter was doing it multiple times throughout the regular season where he's not the starter and he's technically the bulk pitcher,
right.
I feel like you'd be more comfortable to the situation come postseason time, but it's way different come postseason time in general. So I feel like it'd be very hard to gain that kind of experience and confidence to come into a game 3-0 down
Oh yeah,
with a lot of time left.
I completely agree. Yeah, I
It's also
yeah,
I'm also kind of impressed though that the Dodgers will throw like Scherzer in it. Like he closed the one series out last series.
yeah. It's that just have that many pitching talent that they can do that to.
It reminds me of when Bumgarner did it the one year with the
Royals. I mean
Giants
Giants. They face the Royals.
against the Royals. Yes,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was.
Scherzer strikes me the same type of dominance, where it's like you can just pitch when he wants.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Speaking of that pitching staff, do they? Is anyone from that team? Let's say they do go and they win in the World Series. I could easily see someone from that pitching staff winning the World Series MVP.
Just pick one.
Anyone? Walker Buehler, Max Scherzer.
Bueller and Scherzer are the favorites, definitely, if you're going
Easily,
to have
yeah.
an MVP because they play the most innings. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, pitch the most innings, most
Julio
likely.
Urias
But
is a dark horse though too to win that.
you never know if Urias shuts down 2 games, you can win it off of that. But for all you know, you could have. I don't think it'll happen because I don't think he's looked good lately. Kenley Jansen has looked pretty poor.
Yeah,
But say Jansen returns to old form and has like an Andrew Miller type of series, you never know.
yeah. Andrew Miller,
But
man,
also,
what a
how
dude.
much, yeah, but with how much firepower the Dodgers have, it's gonna be a hitter.
Hmm.
Is it one of them? Whether it be Justin Turner, Will Smith, you name it.
It'll be
It's
Cody Bellinger.
props to him for turning around
Props,
in the
yeah,
postseason.
huge props to Cody
It,
Bellinger. Love it.
I
Baseball's better
cannot.
when Cody Bellinger is hitting well.
It's got to be difficult to hit like in the hundreds all year, and then finally postseason comes around and you step it up when
Yeah,
the crowds are
especially batting like
crazy.
eighth. You know.
Yeah, yo, I don't think he's gonna bat eight anymore.
No, 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 no. He's moving his way back up that lineup.
Yeah, rightfully so. The pressure doesn't get to Bellinger because he's got his vitamins in him.
Yeah, vitamins. Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh.
He says he doesn't take them. He says he doesn't take them. But
No,
we
no,
all
no.
know
Just like Mark McGuire didn't take anything
steroids.
once,
Yeah,
like
or
multiple
Barry
times he
Bonds
missed.
didn't. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think we should have steroid users in the Hall of Fame or no?
yeah. Still gotta hit the ball.
You still gotta hit the ball, yes, technically.
Yeah, you do. You can inject yourself with steroids and make it that you can have, massive power and everything, but you still have to swing and make contact with the ball. And
Yeah.
that is still, and I think is still the hardest thing to do in all four major sports is hit a fastball or hit a
Oh
baseball.
yeah,
Period.
it's a blur when it's coming at you at that mile an hour. If
Exactly.
it's with how fast pitching is
Especially,
nowadays.
it's probably. Oh well, never mind. I take that back. I did. I thought I was already. I got myth busted on that one. I was gonna say because I
What
didn't
you
know
got that
steroids made you more focused.
mid busted.
I think someone said it does. So
I, I don't know if it does all the way. I just know your body just regenerates like no tomorrow. You can just like lift weights and be like, oh, I don't really feel sore anymore. I can go again. It's kind of how that stuff works, but
yeah, I don't
who
know
knows?
why it's
I'm
illegal.
curious.
Sounds
The
like a
thing
great
I would
supplement to take.
The thing that I would like to know the most, and I know we'll never be able to know it, how many players are in the Hall of Fame that did use that didn't get caught?
Exactly.
I'm curious and to know how many of those there were, because there's gotta be some.
Like
I'm
as
sorry.
as much as we love Ken Griffey Jr., you don't think he was using?
I don't know about Ken Griffey, but
Look at the
the one
time
that
frame he came up in.
I know, but the one that pops to mind who thinks did
Huh.
Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. I don't
Okay.
know why.
Yeah.
The vibe he gives off just makes me think at some point in his career he just
He did steroids.
yeah, he's in no proof,
Right.
but I just gut feeling on that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see that too.
Uh, it's tough to tell with the Hall of Fame though. Who knows?
Yeah. MLB
Uh,
Hall of Fame is the hardest thing to get into too. So
I kind of like that though compared to the NBA where it's like, oh, you were a 4-time All Star. Here you go.
they're inducting fans.
Are they really?
Yeah, they inducted the super fan for the Raptors.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I like the Hall of Fame being something elite and prestigious to make.
it's not anymore for NBA.
No, as much as I get frustrated with MLB Hall of Fame voting, at the same time I like it because it's you truly have to be phenomenal to make it.
I mean, at this pace, Anthony Bennett's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Anthony Bennett won't even be a UNLV retired jersey.
Hey,
Anthony Bennett
no
Hall of
slander on
Fame.
Anthony Bennett, man. He tried his
Anthony
best.
Bennett will be a Hall of Famer for his high school, and that'll be
Oh,
it.
get out of here. He's being the Ring of Honor at UNLV. Come on. He
No.
was a number one overall pick.
I do not care. Even at UNLV, he averaged like 16 a game.
Anthony Bennett's
That
still playing ball.
I'll Google it real quick. You go fib for a second and see if I can find it.
I got it. Yeah, I gotta know if Anthony Bennett's gonna be on.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's still on some sort of team. Let's see. Yeah, he's on some.
Let's
He's in
go.
some team in Jerusalem.
Let's go, Anthony Bennett.
Hopple, Jerusalem, BC.
All right, man. Cool. I'm gonna get a jersey from him.
Yeah, go
I'm
for it.
Anthony
Go
Bennett's
for it.
biggest fan. Okay, on that note, I think that's going to conclude today's episode. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like or comment and subscribe. Comment on what you guys want us to talk about. Marshall, any closing talking points?
Anthony Bennett, I'm sorry your career sucked, but if you want to talk about it, we're open.
Yeah, get Anthony Bennett on the pod. All right. We'll see you guys Friday where we go over our bets. We'll talk about the NFL weekend. Hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your guys' week.